Let's go ahead and get this dub, man. Yep. I expect them to come out pressing as well. I mean, they've been real leaky in the back all season, so I'm hoping we can take advantage of that. But we can't be giving the ball away like that, though. Gotta be sharper on the ball. Where's. Why didn't that change? Why is that not. Why is that. That's very interesting. Yeah, I could. I'm indifferent about definitely indifferent about the lineup for today. I see why he did what he did. Yeah, I definitely think the 4-4-2 is going to give us a little bit more to go to play with. And I assume Miguel figures in the 4-4-2 we can be a little bit more attack minded versus playing three at the back. But I also do wonder at the same time, how are we going to cope with not having Fuchs back there? Um, so I definitely expect us to get tried a couple times. Yeah. Um, I think, um, unfortunately, I think, Daniel Rios had his go up top and he wasn't really producing. We get Shin Shiki in and he already has 2-2, so definitely not mad at him coming to the starting 11 for this game. I do still want to petition to get Yordi in the starting lineup, but I guess um, Miguel likes using him as like a super sub almost. And they're pushing up the field. Oh, wow. That's a good pass. Why didn't he shoot? That was a good build up play by Montreal. He should have shot that, honestly. I mean, I don't know. What was he doing? I guess maybe I don't know about that one. This is definitely a wide open game early. Definitely up and down. Definitely not a bad first 13 or so minutes. I agree with that completely. To me, I thought we were only really playing him out wide because we didn't really have that left winger or left midfield player, I guess. But to your point, I agree. I think Bender is more. To me, he's better playing through the middle, um, being that attacking midfield player. Yeah, I guess it's definitely not a bad thing that we have players who can slot it anywhere. Um, I think Bender works out wide because he definitely does have. He tracks back and he definitely does put in a shift. Um, so I see why. If you have the effort, you can play on that wing if you're gonna be able to get up and down the pitch, and he does that pretty well. But I still think as a team, he's better served playing through the middle. And they're getting in here. That's a great save. That's a great save from Kalina. He was offsides. That's a great save. Jeez. It's a great save. He's offsides, but that's still a great save. Those are the kind of saves that get you wins right there. Get your results. We don't we don't use them like that for whatever reason. Um, which I mean, I guess if he's gonna have the ability to kind of roam free, then I guess it does. It can work. However, I do think he's better served playing through the middle. And if he had less defensive responsibility, like he does playing off the left, uh, that might generate a little bit more offense for us going forward. It's a foul. Yeah. So I guess the first 15 definitely been up and down for sure. They had their one really good chance a couple minutes ago. And we have a corner now. Definitely started off about how I expected for both teams. And honestly, whoever can get the first goal is going to be sitting pretty because the other team is going to be chasing. That first goal is very, very important. punched out. Nah, I feel like I had read that somewhere too, or at least heard it. Um, Maybe in some alternate reality. I don't know. I have heard that before, so it's not off the wall. I like Miguel's fit. He seems to be one of the more fashion aware managers I've seen. Very Pep Guardiola esque. Yeah, I've heard that. I think Gareth Bale will do well here. Um, I mean, clearly he still has the quality to play anywhere in the world. I think here would work because um, the climate is, well, I guess depending on where you go in this country. But um, me personally, if I'm a club, I pitch to Gareth Bale and be like, hey, come play for us, and then you can still do the golf and stuff on the side. We don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Bring him to Charlotte, and he can be in Pinehurst 2 or 3 days a week. I don't care. Um, that to me is how you get a player like him. I mean, I don't want to say he's lost his focus, but I mean, clearly he likes to golf, and that's fine. If I'm a club owner, I acknowledge that, and I'm like, cool, you can golf, do whatever. Um, just put in, put in your efforts for the team. You can do whatever during the week. I don't care. Um, it is kind of messed up how he got froze out of Real Madrid. I never really understood that, um, especially the way he basically won them that one Champions League with the bicycle kick. ZZ really froze him out, and I don't know why. I mean, I get he is also very injury prone, but if you have players of that quality, you kind of gotta make it work. It's good defense. Yeah, he. I mean, you know, I think there are times where these larger clubs like Real and Barca and whomever, I think the fans get a bit spoiled. They get really spoiled, and I think when they exile players like him, I think it's not good for anybody. You see it all the time with like with Manchester United. The fans are quick to jump on these players' backs, and then that just creates whole other issues. And yeah, yeah, I think the way players and technology and stuff, how all that stuff is advancing, players are playing longer. Their careers are much longer. Hence, to your point about Zlatan, like, yeah, I definitely wish he was still playing here because he's one of those people I would like to see play in person. Um, just couple years off. Definitely would have liked to see him in person. I mean, it was cool seeing. Was that a home game? Yeah. The guy from L.A. Um, Chicharito. Chicharito. Um, Definitely cool seeing like some world class talent and not having to go across the country to see it or across the globe. Um, I mean, Zlatan is still boss. That's not really a foul right there, but okay. And honestly, Zlatan is the kind of player Manchester United need in that locker room because they don't have any leaders on the team, and Harry Maguire is um, not a leader. Right. Yeah, Zlatan was definitely a good move for the MLS for sure. I think the next step is to start getting players who are not necessarily on the back end of their career, trying to come up, which is definitely hard to compete if you're talking about as a club, Charlotte competing versus like a Premier League club, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot more prestige and stuff when you're talking about football. But we're getting there. It's a slow process. We're definitely making some moves. How do you think we've looked so far to start the match off with? I thought we looked okay, Um, I honestly was expecting one of the teams to have a goal by now. Right. Especially if you're talking about like, I think all it takes is one or two players to change the narrative. I think if you're a club like Miami or like LA, you have the culture and the weather to try and swindle major players to come play for you. You know what I'm saying? Even in American sports like football and basketball, like those markets, how large they are, the weather. That's the kind of stuff that gets people to say, "Oh yeah, I want to go play for the Lakers or the Dodgers or LAFC, LA Galaxy. Like I want to go there." Ooh. Yeah, we definitely look on the back foot. Uh, I wouldn't call it nervous. We just look a little bit unsure right now. If Charlotte FC scores, who do you think will score? If they score, honestly, I think it'll be somebody like Shiki, who's already has 2 goals his past 2 matches. So I would say I would put my money on Shiki. I agree. If we keep um, on this road that we're going down right now, we will definitely concede. Um, Montreal is growing into the game, and we are looking very, very flat. And I kind of almost will expect a formation change at halftime if this keeps going. Hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. Honestly, we probably wouldn't have won. We wouldn't have a lot more. Well, let me not say a lot more, but some of our home wins, I saw like our XG has been lower than our opponents. We just have a really good keeper. Um, yeah, Kalina has definitely some of his saves are definitely like worth 3 points just by themselves because some of these goals should be going in, but they're not. I agree, Kyle. They seem to definitely want to try and lock up the middle, and so I'm curious to see if Miguel makes a change at halftime. The middle definitely does kind of look clogged up. There is space down down the wings to attack. We just got to make it happen. It looks like our game plan is a little bit more direct through the middle. Hence why we can't get much going, which is fine. But I expect a change, or at least a tactical change, a formation change at halftime, at the very least, to try and expose the wide areas of Montreal. They're there. It's there for the taking. You know what I'm saying? But they're growing into the game. The more the game is going on, the longer it goes on, the more they're growing into it, and the more we look unsure when we do get the ball. Yeah, yeah. Definitely try to get some pace on the outsides. Um, I mean, honestly, I'm surprised he didn't start Mackenzie Gaines. I know he just played on Wednesday, but I mean, with the pace he does have, and he's in good form, pick up 2 goals. Lindsay, yeah, Ruiz, yeah. You don't. I get why he took the extra touch right there, but you can't always. I mean, yeah, yeah. He didn't need that extra touch, that's for sure. Okay. That's a good foot right there because he was definitely off to the races. Uh, we need to close out this half strong. It's just slow, man. Move the ball. There we go. Sloppy pass. Definitely need to make some adjustments at halftime. We look, I don't want to say defeated, but I can definitely feel we got to get the crowd into it. That's kind of a soft foul right there. We need a nice crisp foul or something and get the crowd going. Get the energy back pumping in the stadium. Jeez. And Lindsay pushing up. It's a decent attempt. It was a good idea, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. One of those players is always like the kind of guy that you would love to have on your team, but the guy you hate playing against. We don't really have that, or at least it doesn't appear that we have like that guy who's gonna not wake everybody up. But oh, that's a good idea right there. That was a good thought. But yeah, I agree. We don't. I don't know if we do have that guy who's like wakes everybody up and is like really driving the team. I don't think that's Fuchs. I mean, I think he's definitely a leader, but I don't think he's that guy. Wow, Shiki's out here trying to show out. Oh my goodness, that's a great opportunity right there. Oof, oof, oof. Jeez, jeez. Yeah, what is Franco doing right there? Oh god, I didn't even see that. I was focused on the shot from Shiki. Didn't even see Franco just whip that 40 yards over the bar. Definitely a good idea right there. Facts, Mike. I think the first couple games, because you don't have any film on him, or he's just like the new guy. Um, but once Swiderski started finding the back of the net, I think teams definitely started marking him as right now he's the clear goal threat in our team. So the attention went from how do we stop this new team? We're still finding out their players still okay. Yeah, their striker actually has some quality to him. Let's make sure he's marked at all times. It's a little too slow. A little too slow right there. Yeah, yeah, he definitely whipped that 40 yards over. Like, and I'll never say anything is like easy, right? But like, bro, just you just got to get enough contact on it to get it on target. Just get it on target. You know what I'm saying? I definitely have liked what I've seen from us about the past 5 minutes. Let's see if we can nick something before the half, and then that'll definitely set us up good. Yeah, he looks done. Those non-contact injuries are never. I mean, I don't think he tore anything, but yeah. So, what was the official injury report for Fuchs? Because I mean, I thought it was a hammy as well. Um, the sooner we get him back, definitely the better. I also feel like we have maybe played him a little bit too much to start the season off. Like, when he came on against Greenville. That was a decent attempt. I mean, that was decent. It was definitely decent. That's got to be a foul. Um. Ooh. Oh, really? Yeah. So I know those muscle injuries are nothing to be played around with, and those can definitely be some of the worst injuries to really fully come back from because you really never know. Um, muscle injuries are definitely no bueno. Definitely got to get him back. Oh boy, Jesus, Swiderski, what's going on there? It's a good touch right there. There it is, 1-0. Yeah, that was a great touch. Yeah, I'm hoping he's not out long. I don't know who that was for Montreal, but that touch was. Unfortunately, they scored, but that touch was very. I give credit where it's due. Um, yeah, I mean, that was a great ball. I think that Caruso and Lindsay didn't help that out at all. I don't know. It looks like his shoulder or something is. Caruso and Lindsay have to do better right there. I think they didn't trip over one another, but I think they got into each other's way. Um, I thought it was his shoulder or something. I don't even know what's. Well, now I definitely expect changes to happen at halftime. If we can't get anything back, even if we do somehow equalize before halftime, I definitely expect some changes at halftime. Yep. Out of position, man. Now we got to do it the hard way. That miss from Franco is just looking worse and worse right now. Zero, 6-0 when allowing first goal. We gotta fix that. I know it's much easier to definitely get a result after scoring first, but you got to start picking up something because you're not going to always be able to go up first. Man, let's definitely at least keep it at one before halftime. You can't give up another here. Okay, make something happen right here. That's a lazy red card. I mean, yellow card to get. You gotta be a little bit smarter than that. But whatever, keep doing the temper tantrum. Yeah, I don't. I'm curious to see. I can see 4-3-3. Um, I can see a 4-3-3. Um, I definitely think we should try and bring some pace on, and I think I probably would take off. I mean, you could play Shiki out wide, left or right. Um, if you did a 4-3-3, you keep Bronico, Franco, and Bender to be in midfield, and up top you have Shiki, Swiderski, and then I would take up maybe Ruiz and bring on somebody else to play out wide, maybe a Mackenzie Gaines, um, maybe Josviak, um, maybe Gaines because of the pace though. Definitely curious to see what he does for the second half. I mean, possession is about even. They took their chance, and we didn't. The chance we did have with Franco, he scotted over the bar. So um, it's a game of fine margins. So that'll be interesting. All right, bet. I'll guess be back to start of the second half. Get some more water for myself. All right. Let's see how they start off the second half, man. What is he doing? Just stop and wait for them to kick the ball off. Okay, that's how you start the second half off. I definitely like the energy we've came out with to start the second half. What is going on right now? There definitely does appear to be a little bit more urgency from us right now to start the second half, and rightly so. Goal kick. I am kind of surprised that we didn't make any changes at halftime. It's a good move right there. Oh my god. That's soft, man. Our fullbacks are pushing up really high. It would be nice to get a goal within the first before we hit the 60th minute. That's for sure. Um, so that we don't have to completely throw away the game plan. But jeez, they're already starting to pick us apart. But I don't know. Our fullbacks is pushing a little too high for me. Hmm. They definitely aren't holding back any. Okay. Get the ball through. Jeez. I'll take that though. That's what pressing can do for you. Yeah. The center backs are out of position and they don't have the pace to make up the ground. And our fullbacks are also pushing higher up the field, and we just don't have the pace at center back to make up for that. And at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if Montreal gets the second because the center backs don't seem to be on the same page. And I figure something like this might happen without Fuchs. I don't know who the leader is on that back line, honestly. That's a good move right there. Oh god. He got a yellow for that? I need to see that again. I don't, it's a soft yellow to be given. Well, let me not call it soft, but I don't recall Jalen Lindsey doing anything rash in the first half. Sure, yeah, I can see that. In slow motion, it looks, but everything looks worse in slow motion. But I mean, it looked like that could have been bad. So sure. Yep, spot on. That's a pretty fair assessment of. And I'm not really a fan of the diamond, anyways. Because to your point, it does leave you kind of exposed a tad, and it requires a really good CDM, and even then, depending on the formation, that's not it's still not going to work. Um, what what he hit him in the face? What was going on here? He just fell to the ground like he got shot or something. Tempers are starting to flare just a tad. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, I guess he kind of caught him in the face. Yeah, that to me is has been the only time I've really seen the diamond work is in a situation how you just explained it. Um, you, it makes it harder when if you're trying to run the diamond and you legit are pushing like everybody either out wide. I mean, look at the midfield right there. I mean, we're just outnumbered in midfield. Um, so we're just getting outran in midfield. I mean, look at how many people they have in midfield right now. It's a good ball. It's a great ball. It's a great ball. It was there. Um, yeah, I mean the keeper plays that pretty well to come off his line. That was a nice start though. I definitely could see Yordi Reyna or Gaines coming on now. I mean, we got to make something shake, though. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've given credit to Miguel for being flexible, because he's not like he doesn't just stay in one formation. However, in a situation like this, I don't even think. Oh, you got to release the ball, man. Franco. So Dersky tried it. Went off the bounce a little bit. Yeah, I give Miguel props because he doesn't. It's not like I'm going to run this every single week in, week out, no matter who I have to choose from. So I like the way he does change formations. However, I probably would have gotten out of the dominant halftime. Um, that's just me. Um, it wasn't really working for us in the first half. So I probably would have changed, go 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1. Um, you asking the right questions. I don't know, man. Um, I don't know. Uh, I mean, Yuzviak is very direct. North and I consider him like a north and south player. Like he gets to where he wants to go. He doesn't really dance. He likes to make stuff happen. That's a great pass. Too many touches, Ben. That was a great pass. It does seem like we are kind of wasting our DPs. I don't know why he hasn't really been playing. And again, I guess it's not a bad thing to have a lot of like options on the bench, or in the squad. You just gotta let that fly. He could have passed it back out to Shiki Shiki. Um, I definitely would probably bring on Reyna, possibly Gaines too, or Uzviak. Um, I mean, I might would take off maybe Franco to bring on somebody else a little bit more attack minded. If you're gonna keep Bronico on, I definitely wouldn't want to sub out Shigi Swiderski. So I mean, it would probably be between Franco and Bronico, and I would probably just sub out Franco and change the formation. Right. Um, it definitely appeared like our game plan today was to attack the wings, and we sort of did that. I mean, we did do it, but we didn't do it to much success because I don't think he had the right player selection for this game. For the tactics he was going for, I probably would have had on um, maybe a Yordi Reyna or Mackenzie Gaines. If you're going to play down the wings, then I think somebody with some pace and somebody who can be direct and drives the ball down the field might help with that. Um, so, I mean, I think if I were to criticize Miguel for something today, it would definitely be the player selection. Um, it's still relatively, I don't want to say early, but we have time. But I think there has to be a formation change. We haven't really shown. much. Yeah, yeah, definitely. You can slide Bender over to play centrally, bring on use Viac or Gaines out wide. You could possibly even slide Alcivar through the middle and let him try and make something happen. But I mean, a sub has to be made. So I mean, I don't think it really matters who we bring on. But I definitely think we should be making a sub here. Yeah, yeah. I mean, at a certain point, I mean, you gotta open it up. And that's the result of going behind. If you're chasing the game, you got to make sacrifices to get yourself back in the game, and it you know defense is the first thing to go. I definitely don't want to be chasing the game. Like, let's go ahead and try and get the equalizer now versus in the 80th, 85th minute. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Now we need changes now. 2-0. Need changes now. Miguel's tactics today, his squad selection, now we got to make changes. There's no way around it now. Yeah, it's a good strike. I mean, good finish, but we put ourselves in this situation. Now we got to do it the hard way. So I mean, now subs have to be made. There is no more debating. Debating it. You got to make subs now, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, attacking the wings when they're playing three at the back is the right idea. His squad selection just wasn't it. I definitely would have had pace on probably from the beginning if we're going to attack down the sides. We in trouble. Yep. I don't think Shingishiki was. I would have kept him on. I would have taken off Franco. I I would have taken off Franco for sure. Because honestly, I don't think. I mean, tactically, I mean, Reina has pace on him, but it doesn't really change much. Um, I don't know about that one. Um, we need to make something shake though. I mean, shit, it's 20 minutes left. Yep, yep. Unfortunately, when we play at home, we usually don't necessarily cater to the other team. I think we out like the commentator said, we outthought it today. Um, Especially if we're on the road, I definitely understand that a little bit more. But at home, we're one of the better teams when playing at home, and I think we showed a little bit too much respect. Um, and now, yeah, this game's gonna be wide open now. Yeah, exactly. I think today was one of the first times at home where we've actually completely catered to the other team versus the other way around when teams are like, when we go to Charlotte, we have to cater to them, and today it's been the exact opposite. I'd still probably take off Franco and bring on maybe use Viak. I think we need a little bit more on the attacking end right now, especially being down two. Um, I mean, I felt like we started the second half with a sense of urgency. However, that didn't last. It's like because we didn't get the goal right after halftime, I think we kind of dipped. The confidence kind of dipped a little bit. It's a little too much. That miss from Franco in the first half after Shing and Shiki hit the bar. Those are the fine margins. Hmm. We don't have enough in midfield, man. The formation. Yeah. Montreal, I mean, I give credit where it's due. They had a game plan, and the one thing to do, at least for us speaking right now, is you take the crowd out of the game, you got a shot against us, and that's what they did. Um, they didn't really give away anything easy, nothing cheap in the first half, and we were working for our opportunities. Took the crowd out of the game, and boom. So this is interesting. Rios, Uzviak, and Awful, which I'm curious to know. Rios for Swiderski, okay. Awful for Lindsay and Uzviak for interesting. Okay. Hmm. I don't know what Miguel got going on today, man. Um, Jeez. I don't get it. His player selection today has just been not it. Like what are we doing? We are taking off Swiderski and Shinyashiki. The Shinyashiki sub, I'm just like, okay. Um, I guess. But the Swiderski sub is just like, what are we doing? Um, for Daniel Rios, which whom I mentioned earlier, and we all know. I mean, he got his first goal this week, but he hasn't really been in good form. So you take off Shiki and Swiderski. Um, I don't know about this one. Um, I haven't really had much to criticize about Miguel, but there's definitely some criticism today for the squad selection. Because this is very interesting. Very interesting to say the least. 10 minutes left. Um, Now I'm curious to see how we're going to act. I think the 4-3-3 is definitely the right move. However, that player selection is interesting. Hmm. If we're gonna do it, now's the time to do it, man. I probably would have made this change around the 60th minute. I wouldn't have waited to get down by two. Yeah, I think the 4-3-3 suits the needs of our current squad. Had you asked me this a month and a half, 2 months ago, I probably would have said 4-4-2. But with the players we've recently got, I think the 4-3-3 suits um, our our squad a little bit more. We take advantage of our wide players with pace, and we won't necessarily get outnumbered in the midfield. I mean, the diamond was just I don't I don't know. Like I said, the player selection just makes me say, eh. Oh boy, wow, 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 wow. Yep, yep. I think the 4-3-3 suits us well. We have striker. We have the wild players for it. I do think we could use like a true like box to box, like a dominant midfielder. I don't know if we have that. Um, I don't know if we have that necessarily. I do like the midfielders we do have, but somebody a little bit more commanding. Yellows for both, or just Alcivar? Just Alcivar? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. He to me, he's definitely more of a traditional cam. Um, I would be curious to see how he would play in that deep lying role though. I would be curious to see. I mean, he definitely has the ability to pick a play, pick a pass. Um, Now, I don't necessarily think, and you know, I haven't seen him play here. I'm not sure if he would have the discipline, but I don't. I think that's something that can be easily learned. The more you play a position and learn out, learn the responsibilities and whatnot. Wow. Okay. Awful. Wow. Okay. All right. Oh. Whew. I think we made those subs a little bit too late, man. I would have made the changes either at halftime or at the 60th minute, not two down. I think at that point it was a little bit too late. And then not only that, the players you take off were just you take off Swiderski and Shiki. I don't know why he was going like for like when we were already two down. Um, I would have taken off Franco or Bronico and brought in somebody else attacking instead of going like for like when you're already losing. 4 minutes ain't much. I mean, I've seen crazier stuff happen, but I mean, if we're gonna do it, we got to go now. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be opposed to a Michael Bradley signing. I'm curious to know what our strategy will be in the for transfers. I think a center back, maybe another midfielder. I feel like we're kind of out wide in our striker situation. I think we're fine with for now. I mean, that looked to be off of whoever that is for Montreal. Oh. It ain't looking good. Not at all. I mean, but honestly, though, a Montreal side that is leaking goals, and we just couldn't figure out, we couldn't make nothing happen today, which is very surprising, especially at home. If this was on the road, I would be like, okay, a 2-0 scoreline on the road wouldn't necessarily surprise me. But at home, we outthought ourselves today. Player selection for the needed positions today wasn't really good. I have no idea. I have no idea how that works. Um, if so, we need to go ahead and tap in and get that connection going. How did he get up like that? Wow. And that'll do it. Yeah, not really a good. Just we look kind of flat today. Squad selection was very Um, after they got that second goal, we even then didn't make changes immediately. Um, so I'm actually surprised about that. Um, it'd be like that, I guess. For whatever reason. Um, so I'll discuss that briefly, I guess, in the match reaction, because the performance today was very, very lackluster. Yeah, next week, Montreal. Who do we have next week? Vancouver. Vancouver next Sunday. Yeah. Yep. On to the next one, Vancouver. Um, so that'll be all. I'll do the match reaction real fast, and because that was definitely very blah. But yeah, 0-2 final score. Montreal with the win. On to the next for the crown. Peace.